We have all these little towns along the river.
They're so closely related to each other, you don't know when you leave one and enter the next.
That river has been my viewscape for my whole life.
The 315-mile-long Hudson River forms the western boundary of New York's Westchester County. Where the Tappan Zee, now the Mario Cuomo Bridge, crosses it, three famous river towns lie close together in a north-south line. But only one of them is famous, even far from New York. In 1996, the village of North Tarrytown, New York, voted to officially rename itself Sleepy Hollow. You might wonder what took them so long. After all, nearly 150 years earlier, two towns just to the south of here had combined to call itself Irvington, proving that even while he was still alive, one of young America's first great authors and this area's most famous former resident was already beloved. Born in Manhattan in 1783, Washington Irving was named for George Washington, who later met and blessed the 6-year-old Irving. During a yellow fever outbreak in 1798, Irving was sent out of the city to stay with friends upriver in Tarrytown, New York, where he was entranced by a region that would come to be described by his name.
He came here and found not just this tranquil, peaceful environment, but also a place that was populated with lore and stories that really captivated his young imagination.
But before an older Irving returned to New York, he served in the War of 1812, then spent 17 years overseas as a world traveler, diplomat, and more, an essayist and writer. By 1820, his short stories, Rip Van Winkle and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, were both published and enormously successful. Irving returned to the Tarrytown area, a now famous and successful author, and made his haven by the Hudson in a home he called Sunnyside. Owing to the popular legend of Sleepy Hollow as depicted in books, TV, and film, spooky has become synonymous with Washington Irving.
I would say he's the first great American ghost story writer. The ghost of the Headless Horseman is a Hessian trooper whose head was blown off in a Westchester battle and who has come back, in search of it.
Part of Irving's spooky genius was locating the scary fantasy elements amidst the very real everyday life of early 19th century Tarrytown.
You can still visit the tree where Major Andre was apprehended, and you can still visit our site, Phillipsburg Manor, which is supposed to be the Van Tassel residence. And there are several places that people fight over as to which one is the actual Headless Horseman Bridge.
He was referring to a real bridge, right?
Yes, he was.
And it would have been probably over this brook.
Oh,
right?
Exactly.
Still a working cemetery today, the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery is most famous for being the final resting place of the man who made Sleepy Hollow famous.
Washington Irving helped to found Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. And he did that because he wanted to be buried in this area, and he bought one of the best plots in it.
He certainly did, with a pretty spectacular oak tree, too. Irving's gravesite attracts visitors year-round, though never more so than on Halloween.
Halloween is pretty epic in Sleepy Hollow.
Don't tell me. There must be pumpkins that are left here.
Lots of pumpkins. Humble
and appropriate offerings, if you will, to a beloved former resident here whose legacy lives on. Needless to say, this past Halloween was no less a happening than it is every year in Sleepy Hollow. I asked a resident there whether she thought Sleepy Hollow, New York, or Salem, Massachusetts is the bigger Halloween draw. I can tell you this for sure, she said. The really hardcore Halloween fans always hit them both. Coming up, libraries in the 21st century.